During the holidays, my Sony a7 IV finally arrived. And of course, the first thing I wanted to do was get back home and dive straight into this beast, testing it out in a mega vlog. So, welcome to my first vlog with the a7 IV. Everybody, welcome back to another mega vlog. I appreciate you checking out today's video. Today's mega vlog is going to be a little special because it is going to be our first vlog on the new Sony a7 IV, and not only just this camera in itself, but also in the combination with the 16 to 35 millimeter f2.8 that I've gotten from Sony as well. This setup is an absolute monster, by the way. It is huge. But anyways, the goal from today is, or the goal from this weekend while we vlog is, I want to get out and about. I really want to test this thing. I also have to do some minor little changes to the setup in terms of like the creative area, because I got to take some product shots this week for control. And then we also have to get some old inventory of things, mice, keyboards, stuff that I've reviewed in the past, or just old gear that I've used. We got to get those ready to sell at the start of the year. Closing in on 2021, moving into 2022 only means that tax season's among us, and like we just got to prepare our finances for the new year and just like do all the boring behind the scenes stuff that Megan and I are trying to improve at with like the Biggie LLC brand and business. So we got to kind of prepare for that this weekend. Now, today, I want to make sure that I'm just testing the camera for its abilities. Like right now, I'm on auto ISO, I'm on auto white balance. I want to see like, how are the colors with this thing? How fast does it adjust? How good is the autofocus? So far, it seems like everything's good, but I really want to test everything out in today's video. So far, this thing is an absolute tank. A unit of a camera. Also, by the way, do you guys like my new hat? I actually snagged this hat while I was in Ohio with family last week. Also, in relation to that, if you guys hear me sound a little congested today or cough, we don't have the vid. We have a common cold. We got that because we were in Ohio and the weather was just absolutely, I do not miss that state whatsoever. Not at all. Aside from coming back from Ohio with colds, I got a lot of dope stuff in Ohio, didn't I? I just realized that with your addition, that I got 3 new coffee cups this year. Well, I guess technically one doesn't have to be a coffee cup.
What's the third one?
So we got number 1 here. Megan's mom actually came in clutch with 2 coffee cups.
She did.
So the first one is this like red solo cup looking thermos. I got one of these recently. That's like a matte black one from the camping store that we like to go to. And then Megan's mom also got me, alongside with a whole bunch of bags of Black Rifle Coffee Co. She got me a mug from there as well. And then today I was greeted by my Christmas present from Megan, which is this awesome little mug. And then by the time you're watching this video, Rob should have his, but my boy Jayhawk, you guys may know him, sent me and Rob these awesome custom Yeti, what are these called? Tumblers?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Yeti tumblers, Yeti cups, the giant versions. But one really cool thing about this mug is it actually comes with its own filter and top to the cup. So you can make your own cup of coffee out of this cup of coffee. How sick is that? I don't think you can ever have enough coffee gifts, can you?
I thought you were gonna say cups. I was like, we have a plethora of cups and tumblers.
We do. We have a whole cabinet.
Oh, and it looks bare because this is usually full. We also have cups hanging over there.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. We have cups hanging down here. We have cups hanging up there. We are indeed coffee connoisseurs in this household. So one thing about Christmas now that we moved down to Charlotte is like our Christmas is pretty much done. Megan and I don't really celebrate Christmas together. Like we spend time with each other. Like we already have our meal planned for tomorrow. We got nice little meatloaf, mashed potato action. And then we'll just like watch Christmas movies. We'll spend time with each other, but we don't really like, we don't have like a arrangement of gifts under the tree and just like celebrate Christmas like what like a family would celebrate Christmas, right?
Well, it is only the 2 of us, so we don't know.
Just the 2 of us. Holy cow. Okay, one more business expense. Well, good thing that the bank has all the money in the world, right? By the way, yo, shout out to Jayhawk on sending Megan sour strips. I don't really do candy. It's just not my thing. Anyways, so with the investments of these cameras this last year, one thing that I really wanted to do in 2022, like I said in that video, with the investment of the 16 to 35, is I really want to start investing into lenses. So I wanted to switch all my lenses in like going into the next year from like Tamron and off brand names and switch 100% to Sony. And the last lens that I wanted for the lens lineup in this year was a 90mm f2.8 macro from Sony. And while we were in getting backdrop today at the camera store where I got all this other gear, they actually had one return. Now the only downside is I don't get a box with this. For $200 less, I'm completely fine with that. And
that I think that trumps the box.
This is funny too, because I feel like at first you were like, and then when I told Megan this next part, she's like, oh yeah, just take that. Because even right now, if I was to take this back, I'd be up. But the guy's like, oh, they left $100 UV filter on top of that. So the guy's like, I'm just gonna keep it on there and give it to you.
Like, here you go.
So like I could literally test this lens out for the next 7 days, take the filter off, bring the lens back, and get paid for testing this. This is why I love used gear. This is why I love like the techie side of things. It's so hard to justify making an investment like this. Like even with the camera and all this gear, Megan's seen it this last year, but the amount, like especially as of this last year with the growth of the channel, the amount that all this makes a return for me is, it's like actually, it's kind of insane. On top of that too, update for anybody, I'm pretty much 99% sure that the Sony a7 III is getting sold. I think this camera is amazing. Like you guys are watching the a7 IV right now. I've been using it for a few days now. I think it does everything that I need it to do in a run and gun scenario. And then the FX3 is just a great way to have that like cinema quality. So the a7 III is just kind of redundant at this point. So, but now we have an amazing assortment of lenses. We have the Sony 20mm f1.4, we have the 16 to 35mm f2.8, and now we have the 90mm f2.8 macro. This thing's going to be amazing for B-roll and stuff like that. I'm pretty excited about that. Megan's got a macro lens, and that stuff is awesome for like very tight, detailed shots and products.
It's my favorite lens.
Yeah,
the macro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one that you've used for years. So like, this is gonna come in clutch with a lot of the product stuff that I take. So excited about this.
I think I've had that macro lens for 10 years. Thinking about it.
Think about how much like that's paid off for you, because like you use that for like almost everything.
Well, I didn't buy it. It was a Christmas gift.
From who?
Brad, when I was dating him.
You got that from an ex? You better get rid of that.
I've had it for like 10 years. I didn't pay for it.
Bro, how sick are some of those shots with the new lens? Super pumped to add that to the inventory. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of like behind the scenes here. So this is the new roll that I got, and basically what this will do is go on this a7iv stand as a backdrop to whenever I'm doing product stuff. Now, a great thing about having this table here, I don't think I've ever actually showed you guys this kind of like vibe of the setup. I usually show you guys everything from when I'm typically shooting myself, but I don't really show you guys like when I set up product stuff. So like right now, or earlier today, I was just getting a thumbnail using the table, getting a nice like white background. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually use the table and the backdrop and roll the paper completely over top of it. So that way I can, you know, have like this whole completely nice real estate for it. And that's why I got that yellow, is I just wanted to have a nice different background color to make it pop. But yeah, this is typically how I've been setting up things this last year for product stuff. So just kind of using this corner of the room for things like that. Are you ready to start a new tradition?
To drive around bougie neighborhoods and look at Christmas lights?
Yeah, we gotta test the low light on this thing. Come on, kiddo, let's go. Like really, how did they get those up there? That's commitment. That ain't commitment I would do.
Either a ladder or they're a construction guy and they have a bucket truck.
That's simple. I like that.
That gives me Home Alone vibes right there, that house.
Yes, Frederick, pull the Christmas lights round. Or no, it looks like a chicken, but it's not a chicken.
Oh.
It's just...
Oh my God, it does. Even in here, it looked like a chicken at first.
From afar, it looked like a chicken. Ow.
This is the house I said that has the
joy.
The joy.
Joy to us all. We got somebody hanging from the ceiling. Okay, this is probably number one so far.
Yeah, so far this is the best one. A++ effort.
Clark's up front. On the...
Yep, I see.
On the porch. Hey, we have a Clark too. You guys want to be friends? Merry Christmas. Since we don't really have any like family or friends down here to celebrate Christmas, and down south isn't like a an indigenous weatherland of snow and other weather predictions, we decided, I was like, well, why don't I just make a little campfire and we'll have a little Christmas breakfast outside. Was that a good call, Megan?
Yeah, I feel like we just got done camping.
It is nice. We haven't camped in a while. Shout out to Tom, who couldn't sit still when he came down and visited and had to cut up all the wood.
Down all of our wood.
And then also breaking in the new coffee mug today. I actually made this cup of coffee in this mug and it tastes amazing. I'm gonna try to find the link to those mugs and link them in the description of the video. Nice little Christmas Day festivities. So far, this thing is an absolute champ. I mean, it's a lot more than I guess I expected. After being on the A7S III for like a year and a half now, I guess I've just been so appreciative that even the idea of this camera at first, like I was like, okay, clearly it does some cool stuff, but there's no way it's just gonna hold up to my Sony a7S III. But again, to what I do on a daily basis, like how I create content, this thing really is holding up. Like I could not suggest this so far enough for video creators that are like in that 100K, subscription and above range, and like the majority of the content that they make across like YouTube and social media, whatever it is, like they're just like a legitimate full-time creator and they're looking for that like awesome all-around camera upgrade. Like I definitely would have to suggest this. Obviously, like the a7S III has its much better benefits in certain situations, especially from a professional standpoint. The a7 IV is really no joke. This thing is legit. So far today, I have put it through the test of low light, using the actual like onboard microphone, using different settings and whatnot, using like a lower quality 4K that I don't even think you guys noticed earlier in the video. Like I've been really trying to test it out in today's vlog. That's why I actually do love these mega vlogs, is it really gives me an opportunity throughout the week to really mess with something. So that way I can give you like a long conversation about it. And then during that process in itself, you guys can see that I'm clearly, like today, you can see everything that I'm testing this camera on. You can see each scenario and situation. We tried auto white balance, auto ISO, we've done the stabilization, we've done slow motion. Some of you may not have noticed, but we even did 1080p slow motion and upscaled it to 4K. Let me know in the comments down below if you could tell the difference throughout the video today. If you could clearly see a shot in today's upload and was like, yes, that's the a7 IV taking that shot because it's lesser of a camera compared to other cameras. But anyways, it is the day after Christmas. Everything's opening back up today. And one thing that I really want to test on this camera for this video is I really want to look into the photos on this camera. So we are getting ready to head into Uptown Charlotte and really test this thing out. Let's get into that. already had our share of crazies for the day. Jeez.
Gosh, that lady. We were just being nice and considerate so we didn't run into her.
See, that's the only bad thing about living or going to a city is like, there's so many like idiots. What can you do though? But anyways, it's a beautiful day. I wish there was some clouds out in the sky for some of these shots, but I think we should be able to get some pretty cool stuff here. Picked the wrong day to do this, didn't we?
Oops.
We forgot that it's football day.
It's game day.
It's game day.
And it's home.
And apparently the Panthers are playing the
Falcons.
The Buccaneers.
Or Buccaneers, yeah. Sorry, I seen a girl with a Falcon shirt on.
Which is a big deal apparently in football. Let us know in the comments down below if you guys are at this game today. It's not helpful on a day that we want to do photos in a city with so much glass and whatnot. And it's bright AF with barely any clouds in the sky. Makes it a little challenging. Still a beautiful day out though.
Yes.
Day after Christmas, 70, like out with a t-shirt on.
75.
We could have definitely done top off the Jeep today for sure.
Yeah, we could have wore shorts out today. Okay, so it's the next morning. Yes, sometimes I like to wear a beanie in the mornings when I work. Anyways, I had the opportunity to look at all the footage, all the photos, although I really did rush a lot of stuff, and like everything today isn't just like super high end, like all the photos and videos and like B-roll and everything. Like I could spend a lot more time like correcting everything and to make everything just look perfect. But to be fairly honest, I didn't think I had to because everything looked amazing today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below of all the shots, all the photos, all the video, B-roll footage, A-roll footage, like everything, all the audio. Do you guys think that this camera is actually a tank, or was there stuff that you noticed today that was just like lacking the quality that my A7S III would have produced? I'm genuinely curious if anybody could tell any difference in shots. Anyways, gang, seriously, I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for 36,000 subscribers. We actually just hit it this morning. Make sure you guys are all subscribing and turning on the notifications for the channel so that way you can participate in any Just Chatting streams we have or any future content that may come. Also, make sure you guys are stopping by bige.co and following me on all my social medias and checking out any digital or physical goods that I have for sale on my store. Visit the Discord in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.